Welcome back, guys. Silver Surfer coming with you. A coin video here. Back to kind of what we're doing here, some coin stuff. So I'm sorry this one took so long to get out. This one's a special one, though, guys. This is about a little lineup here, 4 different coins. But mainly, I really wanted to kind of show you guys this one right here. This is a 1961. It is a proof Wheatie, obviously. You can tell by that super, super cameo contrast. I mean, look at the fields are almost a black contrast. It's phenomenal. And then the all the detail there are just super frosty. But anyways, this is a 1961 Philly Lincoln Cent, and it is graded PR66 red, deep cameo, not just cameo, deep cameo. And I would agree with that. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the cameos on coins I can afford. And they go based on the number of lines that can be read essentially from the reflective field. So the more lines that can be read from a certain distance, the more deep it is. The less that can be read from a certain distance, the more regular cameo it is. But it's got to have this contrast, this kind of black and white contrast that you get like that right there. So this is the Lincoln Memorial reverse type that came out in 1959. And it's special because this coin is not only a gift from a family member, a couple family members. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to send you a link to this, of course. But it's really special because it's from family, but also it's completes my set. It officially, if you would, completes my Lincoln set of proofs on my 20th century type proof set. So you guys know that I've been following my channel for a while. This has been a good 2.5 year plus kind of endeavor that I've been on to do this 20th century proof type set. I am number 11 on the registry, which I'm pretty proud of. And basically, in the beginning, I didn't really want, it started out all from the 1942, everything from the 1942. This coin right here in the 1942 run, which has 2 different nickels, etc. And I was like, you know what? I finished that, and I'm just gonna go move on and do the whole whole 20th century. And so I did, and now I'm into the 19th century, and I got a couple of coins here to share with you guys in the future videos. But yeah, I didn't intend to get the different types of compositions in the beginning. You know, I feel that's not really a big type difference, if you would. So this one's got some really cool toning on it, but I felt it's really not all that much of a different, like actual type. You know, this having a different composition of metal, like that being clad or being 90% silver. So, you know, I was like, I'll just get the major ones, and I did for the most part. But the Lincoln Cents, I kind of just moved forward with it, and mainly because I got at first the 1942 that one, which is the wheat back, and then the memorial cent, which you have to have. That is a major type difference. This is why I got this one. I got this one here, the 1986, my birth year. But I was like, you know what? I just really enjoy proofs, and a matte proof, which is this one right here with this incredible color. I shared a whole video on this a few months ago. Go back and check that out if you haven't seen it. But just an incredible coin here. I mean, the details are just look at the details on Lincoln, the hair around the ear. It's just the beard, incredible, super super strong strike on these puppies. But yeah, so I got this coin, and I was like, you know what? There's one more to the set, and families asked me what they can get me for Christmas, and I felt, you know what, something special here. Why not? Why not finish it off? And so I did. So the difference between these 4, we'll kind of go through the run here for the most part. The first, so Lincoln Cents, 1909 till current, they still are running with the same obverse design for the most part. The reverse has changed in 2010 to the shield, and there is some kind of special stuff for the celebration of Abraham Lincoln in 2009 on like 4 different reverses, but it's back to just the shield cent, which is still running today. So one of the longest running, I think actually the longest running, yeah, I believe the longest running series. And I'm not the biggest fan of Lincoln Cents in general, the overall design of the coin itself per se, but I do appreciate what the Lincoln Cent is. And, you know, he's just hanging on. You know, we've had a ton of different talk about getting rid of the cent, etc., blah, 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 but we haven't yet. And old Abe is just hanging on, just keeping his mark, you know, he ain't going anywhere anytime soon, it seems like. And, you know, I respect that. And I also respect that this is one of the first coin entries that people get into when coin collecting. especially in kids and stuff like that, because it's cheap, right? You can find them in pocket change, etc. So yeah, this is why I like the Lincoln cent, because of those reasons. And Victor David Brenner was the artist who created the design in 1909. And lots of special coins in the whole Lincoln run to begin with. You have the 09S, 09S VDB, the 55 double die, the 22 no D. I mean, you name it. There's a ton of really cool coins. I have all of them except for I have a complete Lincoln cent set. Except for the 55 double die and the no, or the weak D or no D 22, of just regular business strikes. Now they're all like worn and stuff like that, but it's a family kind of situation that I got, and so that's why I finished it off with all the expensive coins, and I'm really proud of that. You know, it was the first set I ever completed. So I'm rambling a little bit, but basically 1909, Victor David Brenner, and there's two different backs before the new shield. So you have the first back is the wheat back here because of the wheat stalks you guys can see on the sides there. Quite obvious. That's the wheat cent. And then that ran from, well, let's just start in the beginning. So 1909 was the wheat back, of course, but we're only talking proofs here, guys. We're just going to talk proofs of the run here. So from 1909 to 1916, you had proofs that were matte proof only, these style right here that were made, okay? And then we went on a hiatus in proof coinage for a while until 1936, in which we started the kind of modern day, if you would, proofs. That's where a lot of old timers think that it's modern day. I actually considered modern day 1950 and forward. But anyways, that's a whole nother argument for a different day. So 1936 to 1942, this is a 1942. What is this one? 65 red. And that again had the Lincoln back, but the difference here, it's not a matte proof, it's a brilliant proof, which is you can see just from an overall kind of look here. I'll stand up a little bit. You can see the difference between the matte on the left there and super dull and the brilliant type of super reflective. So they started polishing the dies, etc., and they started minting those. That ran from 42, and World War II obviously was kicked off at that point, so we had no proof coinage until 1950 again. And once again, this time, instead, so 50 to 58 wasn't really anything different from this set right here, but to satisfy the registry set, you have to have the different composition of, this is copper, obviously, up to 1958, we used copper to mint the cents, but because copper got kind of expensive around that time, the federal government came up with other ways to try things out, and so they used bronze, and that's what this is here. Bronze from 1959 to 1982 was bronze, and so that's what this deal is right here. And it's interesting, the overall appearance of the surfaces of the coins and what they look like in general and the color. It's kind of hard to capture on this, of course, but you can see that, how it's kind of more... I don't want to be silly, but basically bronze, if you would, of a color, and then you have the copper right there, and this too is copper, but a matte proof. So kind of interesting, you know, how they definitely do look a heck of a lot different. And then in 1983, to make it even cheaper, because bronze was getting expensive, etc., we were trying out new ways to do things. We went ahead and you started using zinc. And so that's what this one is. Again, still the memorial back. Oh, I apologize. I forgot to mention that as well. So the memorial back, boom, right there came in 1959. 1959 is when we started having those. 1959, yeah. So that's that. And yeah, just kind of fascinating, the history of the Lincoln cents, like I said. And that carried all the way up until 2009. We had some crazy, not crazy, we had some... like 4 different types of them, reverses, and then in 2010 was a new overhaul completely of the reverse. But that is after the 20th century, which is why it's not in Silver Surfer's little collection here. So yeah, so those are the 4 different ones for the registry. That satisfies all of them, and kind of just an overview. You can see the different colors from the matte on the left, which is copper. The second coin is copper, and then we have bronze, and then finally zinc. And I mean, look at the zinc difference between that and the bronze. Pretty significantly different. So really cool. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I'm going to go ahead and sit back down before I fall while I'm filming this. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this kind of stuff. And go take a look at my registry if you get a chance on PCGS, number 11 on 20th century proof um, coins, no gold. Go take a look. All right, guys, until next time, Silver Surfer is out.